Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. In this video, we are going to discuss different kind of programs in arrays using C++. Okay, so these are the list of the programs that will be discussed in this particular video. You can see how the programs and the output of these programs. If you like the video, please don't forget to give a like and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Do comment your feedback in the comment section. Let's begin displaying those values. So these two options are available. That is, first, already values are included in the array and display that. Second one is input from the user side through the keyboard and then display those values. So these two programs we are going to see. So you can use the website programmis.com for online compiler. And here already we have seen C++ program. Please go back and check the playlist for the programs of C++, how the basic programs has to be written and all. So while writing this program, we'll be explaining a bit of C++ and then it includes the array program. So the first thing while writing the program was this has hash include IO stream, then using namespace std. This has to be included in your C++ program. Then comes the main function, and here what is being written is this is declaration. Name of the array is ARR and the size is not mentioned right here. You can mention it if you want. Okay, so I'm including as 5 or 10 or how many maximum, that many elements or that many locations will be reserved for the array elements. Now int is the type of data that you're going to include here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the initialization portion. Okay, this is declaration and this is initialization. Next comes put or display the values. So cout helps in that, displaying the value of your array in this manner. But since you want these values to be included one by one, that means you want to read from the value 1 till 5. So that loop has to go on. For that you are using this for loop. Okay, so already for loop, the loops are being explained. Please go and check in the playlist about the loops. Okay, so for int I is equal to 0, since I is not declared here, it is being used here int I equal to 0. If you need, you can write it here itself, int I. Okay, int I is equal to 0, so value of I is 0, and I, this process I is used for the iteration, the repetition, and to repeat this process it has to be till 4, because the first element will be starting with 0, a of 1 or ARR of 1, then location is 2, 3 and 4. So till 4 you have to repeat this process, and every time you have to increase the value by 1. That is being explained in this loop. Then every time when you reach the first element, display it, go to the next element, next location, display the second element, third location, display it, fourth location, display it, fifth location, display it. So that will be done here. After finishing, it goes to next line. So endl is used for going to the next line. That's not a mandatory thing. You can also comment it if you want to. Okay, let's change a bit here. It is less than equal to 4, because you need that 5 also to be included in the result. This 5 also you need in your result. Okay, so include that, and I'm writing here as 10. So that's a change. Then execute it again. You will get the apt result that you need. All the elements will be displayed from the array. Okay, previously we were getting this as 4 because of this less than equal to 4. Okay, you don't need that. You need to display every element of your array. So this is the basic program where initialization is done and you are displaying the program. This is the basic program of your array. Let's go to the next program. Let's check this program, the second program of array. That is, when you enter the values from the keyboard, values are not initialized in the program. You are taking it from the keyboard, or the user is giving the values and you have to display those values. Okay, you can see a sample result here, 3, 54, 6, 7 entered by the user, and it is displayed on the screen, those numbers. So the program for that is not very much different, but The only thing is you have to declare it. You're not initializing the value. Here cout helps you to just display that message, enter 4 values. Here it is displaying that message. And then comes the loop, the repetition of the loop. That means every time you're reading some elements in your array, and that is done by cin. So we have already seen what is the difference between cin and cout. Cout is for displaying, cin is for inputting the value into the system. It helps you to display this message, and then after that cout also helps you to display those loop of array. That means each element one by one it reads and displays. So this loop helps in that, and the cout helps in displaying those values, the same values which you read on using the keyboard. Okay, and then cout endl helps you to go to the next line, and thus your program is ended. Hope you understood these two basic programs. Our C++ program where you are given the code, and already we have worked with this kind of program. So hope you understand with the main function is the starting of your program. So here you can see int a of 4, that means 4 elements are there and the name of array is a, and you have got elements like 2, 4, 6 and 8 are the elements which we have initialized already. This process can be changed by taking input from the user, like use the cin for taking the input from the user. Inside a loop you have to do this because the step has to be repeated. That also we will see in the later program. Next one is int sum is 0 and I is a variable that can be initialized as 0 here itself, or you can do it here. This is because we have already discussed about the dry run of the program. Okay, now this cout is used for simply displaying a message for your program, that is it is for finding the sum of array or sum of elements of array. Next one is for loop. So this is the basic step that happens, that is every time the sum is added to the array element and stored in sum, and that is the final result that has to be displayed here. While loop, repetition should happen. First 2, then it should go with the sum and accumulate the next number, and then add it to 6 and then to 8. So that repetition has to happen. For that we are using this for loop, and it should go till 4. So after 4 you don't have elements, so it will start with 0, 1, 2 and 3 less than 4. Okay, and I++ every time it has to increase by 1. So that is what happens here. Now let's run the program and see whether output is correct or not. After running the program, you can see the sum of elements is 20. So for this input, this is the output. This element's output is 20. Let's change and check again. Let it be 20, 40, 60 and 10. Okay, run the program, execute it again. We are getting some other number, 130. The program is working with the correct input and you're getting the correct output. Hope you understood this. Let's move on to the next question. Program here. At the starting, you are entering an array with 4 elements, and max is another variable that you have declared as integer. So initialization and declaration of array happening in this line, and then cout message is there for displaying a message that you're going to what you're going to do in your program. And it helps to go to the next line of your. Now the max variable is stored as the first variable of your array. Okay, because the first and the second has to be compared. Now after that, put everything inside the loop because this iteration should happen every time. And in that we have started with I as 1. By I as 1, the first element is already stored here. Now we are going to check with the second. So second element will be stored in the location a of 1. That's why it starts with 1. Now check, a condition has to be checked, that array of 1, that means array of 1 is your second element. Second element is greater than your max variable or not. If it is more, that means which is more, if max already stored value of a array of 0 is there, if the other value becomes more, store it in the max variable again. That means make the change, repeat the step. it will go to the third number. Again compare with your max variable a of 2 and then store it in max. Okay, the same way, this after the whole iteration is done, the final value or the maximum value will be there in max variable and display the variable. Okay, let's run the program. After executing, you will find that out of the elements 12, 94, 680 and 88, 680 is the maximum. If you want to change this, change a number 7, I'm changing it to 400, 700 in that range again. So output is working. Initialize the values, or we can read it from the keyboard. So in this case, it is initialized here with some values. You can check here 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, 40, 680 and 88. 4 values are given by initializing. And then here the message is being displayed. Handle is used for going to the next line. Okay, and minimum is equal to array of 0. That means the first element is taken in the minimum variable. The variable minimum is already declared here. Okay, so a of 0 means 1, 2, 4, 3 will be the value, and you have to put this in a loop. Why? Because this step has to be repeated again and again. That comparison has to be done again and again till the end. So we put it inside a for loop, and then we use a if for checking the condition, and array of the next element that is starting with 1. That means here it starts with this, then a of 1, that is 940, will be checked or compared with the minimum value. The minimum value is this one. Okay, it's not actually minimum, it is the variable that stores the value. So when you compare these two, out of this 940 is the lesser value. In that case, give the value to minimum variable. Then repeat the steps with the next variable where iteration happens. Go to the next variable, that is 680, and then this time it will be compared with 940. So again 680 will be the value stored after this iteration. Then again one more time it will be checked, and 88 will be the value. So after that the whole steps are done, and you have to display the result, that is the minimum value. So this is the logic involved. Hope you understood this one. Let's check the result of this program. Click on run. You can see here the smallest element is 88. So in this values, 88 is the smallest value. Let's change the value. I'm changing it to 880 to 3. Okay, so the value is being changed here, and 90 is the lesser value. Again execute this. After executing, you will get 90 as the lesser value because that is the minimum value. So this is the logic for minimum of given array elements. The maximum value also has to be found in the same way. The main difference is you have to use a different variable for a better understanding, and here the comparison goes with the other way. It's greater than. You have to check with the greater than symbol. If you have got doubts in this, please do comment in the comment section. So this program has 4 elements. It is ARR of 4, that is initialized. Also, the another way is to read from the keyboard, that you can do by using a cin. And next one is avg variable, and next one is sum variable that has to be initialized to 0 because the starting of the value should be the sum should be 0, and then the values should get added up. Here it's a message of cout to see what is being done, the program for finding the average. That's just an information, and then moves the line to next line when the result has to be displayed. Then a loop is used, and inside the loop you can see first the sum is found out. That is, you have to find sum of all the elements of the array one by one. You have to find. So start with the 0, then find out a of 0. what is a of 0 gets added to 0, it will be the result, that is 2. Again the step will be repeated, so 2 plus 4 will be the next iteration result. Then you will be getting 6 plus 6, like that. So it goes on. You don't have to worry what is happening, but the program is this. And then find out average. At once you have to find the average. Every time no need to find the average. Okay, so that's why this is outside of this loop. And then the result, a displaying of the result is this message will come as such, and avg is the variable that has to be displayed, that is avg variable contains some value that will be displayed here. And this is the final result. Let's execute and see what is the result of this average program. After executing, you can see the average of these given numbers is coming as 5. So if you see, it will be 12 plus 8, that is 20. 20 by 4, it will be 5. Okay, like that you can find for bigger number also. Let be 20, 40, 60, 80. And again execute, we'll be getting another result. So like that the whole thing is available. Hope you understood this program. If you have got doubts, please do comment. And at the end, thank you for watching. Do subscribe to the channel to get the notifications on time. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and share it with your friends too. Thank you for watching.